Hi team. So we are going to use AWS Cloud, and in this AWS Cloud, so we are going to use one of the services which AWS provide. So let me tell you what AWS Cloud we use for usually. So AWS provides servers, storage, networking, remote computing, and development and security. So these are the services usually which AWS Cloud provide, and one of the service which we are going to use is to create EC2 machine over AWS Cloud. So we are going to do that, and for to do that, we have to log in this account where we have to provide our username and password, and then after this we will able to log in into the AWS console. I'm going to show you how to create EC2 machine in AWS. So first of all, you have to log in AWS console. As you can see, I have already logged in. And when you come to AWS console, you will see console like this. So as you can see, this is showing recently visited services. But if you log in first time in the AWS console, you won't able to see this. So for that part, what you have to do, you have to click here and then search EC2. And you will get the search like this, and you have to click here. So after click on the EC2, you will get the window like this. So as you can see here, first go to the EC2 dashboard. Here, as you can see, instance running 0, dedicated host 0. So as you can see, that we are not having any instance which is running currently. So what we are going to do, we are going to click on this, and then as you can see, I don't have any instances which are running. Instance state, as you can see, it is terminated. So so first of all, to create the EC2 machine, what you have to do, you have to click on this launch instance. When you click on launch instance, you will get the option to choose Amazon machine image. So what you have to do here, you have to choose the machine. So you are choosing the virtual machines here. So it could be Amazon Linux machine, Mac OS, or Red Hat, or Ubuntu, or Microsoft Windows. So, but I'm going to choose for this demo purpose Amazon Linux machine. So going to select it. Okay, so and then here you have to select the instance type. So as you can see in the instance type, these are the CPU and this is the RAM. So you can select whatever CPU and RAM you are going to get, or maybe you are having the requirement for that. But for now, I'm going to select T2 Micro. You can also select the other families from this. So, but for now, I'm going to go with the T2 Micro. Okay, so here, as you can see, we are going to create number of instance 1, and we are not going to launch any auto scaling group from here. And for the request spot instances, if you going to request any spot instances, you can click here, and then you can get the prices, dynamic prices from here. But for now, we are not going to do that. And in network part, you have to select VPC. So for now, I'm going to select a default VPC, as you can see here, because VPC is a different section. So I'm not going to explain a VPC, but VPC is a kind of virtual private cloud, and you can create new VPC from here. And the subnet. So in subnet, you can select which availability zone you want to this EC2 instance in. So so I'm going to select this default subnet, and I'm going to enable the public IP. And after this, we are not going to select any capacity reservation here. You can select capacity reservation by target group or by target by ID, but we are not going to do that. And then after that, we are also not going to create any directory here, and we are also not going to attach IAM role, because IAM role also is a different section. So because we are not going to use this instance for any other purposes, we are just going to create just a demo purpose. So we are not going to create any IAM role or going to attach any IAM. Shutdown behavior, we have shutdown behavior stop and terminate. So let's suppose if we select terminate, then what will happen? Then whenever you are going to do shutdown, it will get terminated instant of stop. So we are going to select stop here. We can stop from hibernating on this instance. We can also enable the termination protection. So if in case accidentally if anyone terminate the instance, then it will enable termination protection. So it will not get terminated. So this is the option for that part. So in case if you want that nobody able to maybe if you don't want anyone accidentally delete this, then you can select this. But for demo purpose, we are not going to select this. And we can also select for detail monitoring through CloudWatch. If we select this, then what will happen that we will get the I'll get the detail monitoring using this CloudWatch, but we are not going to do for this demo purpose. Okay, tenancy. So here, as you can see, it is a shared hardware instance. So what will happen? This virtual machine will get created on shared hardware, right, in the cloud. So if we want that, no, we don't want to share this hardware. So what we can do, we can select any other, and let's say dedicated. If we want, let's say that we don't want anyone else to share that hardware, then we can select dedicated. So, but for now, we are going to select this run a shared hardware instance. And we are not going to do anything changes on the advanced detail. But if we want that while this instance is getting created, if we want to run any particular command on this instance, so we can select here and we can write down here. Okay, so I'm going to click on next now. Okay, so this is a storage. So in storage, this is kind of a hard disk. So this is a virtual hard disk in cloud, and we can select what kind of hard disks we want here. These are SSDs, and this is the magnetic. So we can select any of these, and if we want to increase the size of the disk, we can click here and increase the size. Let's suppose if I want this 20, then I can type 20. But for now, we are going to keep it like 8. We can also add new volumes also, because this is a root volume. So we have these option, but if we are going to add any other volume, then we have multiple options also here. So, but for now, we are not going to add this. Next, we are going to add text. So in text, what we can do, we can keep management our EC2 instance while creating a text. So let me create one text. Let's suppose the name, and I'm going to create demo. We can also give like application PHP. We can also give tag environment, maybe testing. So as you can see, we can provide tag like this. So what will happen, if we have a lot of EC2 machines, then we can manage those machines based on these tags. Okay, and then next, so here as you can see, we have to configure security group. So security group is a kind of virtual firewall in the cloud. And so for what we are going to do, we are going to create a new security group here, demo. And so to talk to this machine, we have to open a few ports. So I'm going to open this 2020 port, and from anywhere, as you can see. Or we can do the custom also. So if you want to open with any particular IP, we can type it. But for now, I'm going to do from anywhere. We can also add more rules, and we can also open more ports here. If let's suppose if I'm going to open HTTP port, then what we have to do, we have to select HTTP, and it will automatically open 80 port, as you can see here. Okay, so this is how this virtual firewall works in the cloud. And now we are going to review and launch. Okay, so in launch, what we have to do, we have to create a new key pair. So this is kind of key. So if we are going to log in this EC2 machine, we need this key. So once we created this key, what will happen? It will create two key, one private, one public. So private key will be on the EC2 machines itself, and public key will be shared with us. So whenever we are going to log in this EC2 machine, so we have to provide this public key with this while during the logins. Okay, so I'm going to create one key. Let's suppose demo key, and you have to download this key pair. Remember that if you don't download this key pair, or maybe you lost this key pair, then you may get issues while logging. So you have to be careful while doing this. Okay, I have downloaded, and I'm going to launch it. Okay, so I think security group demo is already exit, so we have to change the name of the security group. So I'm going to change it demo SG. I think we are good to go, and now we can create new key pair, demo key, and I have already downloaded it. Okay, so let's say demo key 1, and now launch the instance. Okay, so as you can see, this is the tag which we have created. So as you can see, this is the our machine, which is instance state. It is showing pending, and instance type T2 micro. So if you want to check details, you can check details here. You will get a public IP, private IP, instance state, and host name, instance type, VPC ID, subnet ID, and you will get the more information. And for the security, you can go to the security tab and you can check here what kind of ports are open for this machine. So as you see, 2022 port is open and 80 port is open because we have selected only 22 and 80 port, right? So this is why we are able to see only 22 and 80 port. Then we can go to the storage. So as you know that we have selected only this 8 GB hard disk for this machine. So this is why we are getting only this much of hard disk here. Okay, so as you can see, now instance state is running. So I think we are ready to log in into this machine. So I'm going to connect and I'm going to copy this URL and then I'm going to log in into it. So as you can see, I'm using the Git bash to log in this EC2 machine. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm already logged in. And if you want to check if, let's suppose, okay, so I think we are good here and we are getting everything. Okay, and if you want to use Git bash, so what you can do, you can download Git bash for Windows. And after this, you can do the login like this. Okay. Okay, so thank you. I think that's it for today. Thank you.